cracking, what's cracking? I'm out here in the UK on the straight out of Compton tour, man. Much love. And you know who you rocking with, man. It's Lil Easy E, and we about that online. So we finna get it cracking, man.
That shit, that was crazy, bro. It's like, you know, like in New Orleans, bro, we're a small city. It's not no big city, so like most of the uptown area, you know, no matter what project you from, motherfuckers know each other. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like back in the days, it wasn't like how when I was growing up, you know what I'm saying? Or when I was running out there, you know, it was different. You know, people be from one project, y'all, you know, another project, people got along. So like my family was real jammed with Duke family. Okay. And not only that, it was all kind of ways that I mean, I had doorways in there from like 5 different, you know what I'm saying? So that was all, you know, I knew eventually that was gonna happen. You know, like if people know me that, you know, I used to tell them, hey man, I'm gonna sign with No Limit in a few. Motherfucker didn't believe me, you know what I mean? But I knew it because I had so many avenues to get into, you know, I had so many doorways to get in there, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Being from Uptown, a lot of the artists that was on the fucking label, like we all knew each other, you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, like I'm a little younger than them, you know what I'm saying? Not much, but you know, at that time, it's like when I was coming up to trying to be an artist, the only rappers that I knew that was from Uptown, you know what I'm saying, that was running my age was Calio, Popeye, and Turk. You know what I'm saying? From Cash Money. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of, you know, it's like one, you can open a book, the yellow pages, and you can see every record company that's in the city where they located at, and you know, being a teenager, you know, you don't know, get on a bus, you go to that address, you know how to catch. So I was meeting people all kinds of fucking ways. So like I said, I had different ways to even get to it. If it didn't work this way, nigga pop up like, damn, how the fuck you get here through this person? I knew too many people, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So eventually, you know, you made it happen. It came into fruition. Definitely, you know, props to you for that, because that's an accomplishment still nonetheless. And I think for the fans, well, for me personally, I think I first really saw you on I may have heard you on something else, but I saw you on the Step to This video, you know, which was a huge single on the Only God Can Judge Me album. So what was it like, you know, recording for that, and did you know that single was going to be that huge when you recorded it?
It's crazy, bro, because I have so many fucking stories to probably some of those questions that you have. But the thing was, how that happened at first, man, it was like, I get in a label like around early 98, maybe mid 98 or whatever, like right around the time when we started working on TRU, the Crime Family. You know what I mean? So I walk in on that, they working on that or whatever, you know, and it's like I'm in there, you know, he threw me on some shit, I get in, you know what I'm saying? And so I remember one night, like my first night up there, dude just like, he like, hey, take these and knock some shit out, I'll be back. So he give me a track to knock out, but I wind up knocking out 3 of them. And dude come back in and you know, such and such, whatever. So at this point, you know, it's just like I'm up here to, you know, do some music or whatever. But when it got to that point, it's like right after that, I signed. The next day I signed or whatever. At that point, to working on that album and getting there, it was like at first, dude wasn't even interested in it. And I was like, damn, hey man, when you gonna put me on something, when you gonna throw me on this, you know, such shit like that. We would do shows, shoot videos, and it's like, you know, people would be out with cameras doing interviews, and he would only grab like certain people. So I just like, but what made that happen was C Murder, man. C Murder called me one day and he was like, hey bro, I want you to meet up with me. And I met up with him. He's like, look, man, we're gonna go to P. Tell P, man, look, fuck that, man. You're gonna sign with TRU. Man, look, I'm gonna add you in Magic, and you know, we got illest sounds doing the beats we gonna do. You know, I'm like, all right, let's roll, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? So we get to the mansion, man, and it's like, he go at P with the, you know, the proposal with all that shit, and P just like, nah, man, I'm about to do something real big with D.I.G. I'm just looking like, oh, okay, where this come from? And maybe like a few days later, that nigga called me like, hey, bro, I'm putting another album out. As such, I want you to work on it. You know, come up with, let's do this shit, such. And that's what it was. And just so happened that album, I guess he was just impressed with what I was doing at that time. I was like, you know what, nigga, fuck that. I'm gonna put you on this single. This what it is. It's my reintroduction back to the game. It's gonna be big, and I didn't think it was gonna turn out the way it did, but it was major for me. From that day forward, it's like,
Yeah, no, that's dope, man. So I think that would have been dope because when you said what would you imagine, because one of my favorite collaborations is it Good Looking Out? You imagine. Damn, that trap, man. I used to wear that shit out, bro.
Yeah, that shit. It was crazy. It's funny how we come up with the song, bro. It's like we're in the studio, we're working on some music, and if I can remember, man, I think we was working on his shit, Mac. We was working on like 3 albums at one time, man. And, you know, it's like I watched these, like I literally watched Mac with the World War III album, man, record that whole fucking album, man, sit, write, record in like 2-3 days. Like it's times that I you know, like certain people walk up to me in the studio, he sleep, like, wake up, nigga, you get back on it. You know what I'm saying? And it was the same thing with Magic, you know, and I don't know, bros, that we did that track, and he was like, man, I want to do a Hitman song. Let's go back and forth. And I was like, all right, let's go. So we actually, when we got to do that song, didn't even write. We just went in that motherfucker and just freestyled, and some parts we took out that we wanted to change up, and it came out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
that's crazy, man. That song that's like a little masterpiece there. When I think like when they think of like some of these hip hop songs, like where they you know, Pop got some, Nas got some where they rapping about, you know, in like double entendre sort of stuff. I think that track kind of worked like that, man. The way that you guys work off each other and you paint a picture around it so vivid. You listen to that, you see the whole picture, man.
Right. See, that's the thing, bro. It's like, you gotta understand, first of all, like we artists that come from an era of storytelling. We're artists that came from an era of where we listen to the beats, but we mostly listen to lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
Peace, family. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check us out on about.online.com. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for exclusive playlists and social media for all different types of segments and content.